Hello friends and welcome to A Plan With Me. So today I'm going to be using this adorable kit. So this one's by Plan With Manny and it is the Feeling Sharky kit. But first I wanted to share with you the journaling kit. So in my haul, I'm going to show you all of this stuff in the haul at the end of the month. But this is one of the kits that I got and I had to use it like right away. I wanted to try it out and see what the journaling kits, how they fit in my daily journal. So this is the Penny Pages daily journaling and it's just exactly that. It's just daily. I'll show you what it looks like blank. So it's just 2 empty pages. Today is you put your date on, it's undated, and then you fill out each page for, your journaling. So I wanted to try it out, and I had a few days prior to us going on vacation where I hadn't done any of my daily journaling, but I do have notes to put in here for those days. So I used the Feeling Sharky from Plan With Manny, and this is how it turned out. And I think it's stinking adorable. I love all the little elements in here, like little decoration things. And when I do my journaling, I kind of journal on and around and just kind of do fun things. I do like big letters. I do all kinds of fun things when I do my my daily journaling, or sometimes it's just telling what happened. So this is actually when we went to Comic-Con. So these are the 2 Comic-Con days. So this is the few days that are leading up to when we went on vacation. So I wanted to share that with you so you can see what the journaling kit looks like, all laid out, ready to go. And then we're going to use the big mama right here. So this, it came with this stinking adorable, isn't that just so stinking cute, die cut. And that's Owen in a shark suit. And then you've got some deco here, which is going to work out perfect. Then you've got some, she calls them write-ins, like little paint swatches with some goodies on them. And then you've got Owen. And then these are the dividers. And I think I'm going to use these in the sidebar here. Yeah, probably going to use those in the sidebar. And then I pulled out this kit from Avalon and Ninth. This is a functional for June of 2022 because some of the colors, like look at that orange is perfect. If you look at this page right here, it's probably the best one. So you got the oranges and the greens, and this has oranges and greens in it. So I thought, and the blue. So I thought I would use this to kind of fill in because if I need, I don't know if I'm going to need it or not. So here are your 9 full boxes. And then this one's like your date covers and your smaller boxes and some flags. And then this is like the functional page where it has some more elements that you can use in your journaling pages. Probably not going to use it in here because I don't know if it'll fit anywhere, but we'll see. We'll see. And then your check boxes, it might, because that looks like it might be 1.5. I might be able to use this. It's a little bit bigger, but it might work. So this one, and then all of your washi strips. So like always, I'm going to treat my TPC planner like it's not horizontal. I'm going to treat it like it's vertical. Well, it technically is horizontal and vertical if you use it the way it's intended, but I'm going to use it the way I use it just because that's the way I do. I did order a B6 of this to use as intended, and it's going to be social media planning and like shop planning, and I already have my little scripts for the sides for each one, so I'm going to actually try to be a little bit more organized with oh, I know, I got my white out this time. I'm going to try to be a little bit more organized with getting all of my posting done and making sure that everything gets out on time, because I feel like I'm always like chasing behind the 8 ball. Everybody else is so good about posting on Instagram and Facebook and the TPC Facebook group, and I am horrible at it. I just, between my having a full-time job, which I'm working on that. I'm working on that. Oh, I think we're almost done. Or it's just stuck. I think it just got stuck. I bought these from Amazon, so I have like 500 of them. So I have like a lot. I'm still waiting for the first one that I bought to run out. I plan on dropping down at work to like almost like a part-time position, but with, I don't know if everybody knows what per diem means, but per diem means that I have to give them a certain number of days a month. So many weekends, so many holidays, and but they don't have to guarantee me any shifts. So that's what's scary about doing it, is that, they don't have to guarantee you any work. You have to give them dates that you're available, and if they need you, they put you on the schedule. right now, with the way healthcare is, I'm not worried about getting any shifts because, yeah, they're always short and they always need somebody like pretty much every day. But later on, when things get a little better and, maybe the job market picks up and things aren't so crazy, I might not be able to get enough shifts to cover. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm very nervous about doing it. I know I should. I know I want to. I just am not sure about doing it yet because I'm a chicken. I'm just a chicken butt. But I'm working on it. I think I like this to go right underneath as like a full washi strip. Just right under to cover up that first black line. I love the way this, I can't wait to get the planner for the B6 size because I love the way this is like goes dark to light. It's like got the different and all these columns and I like the idea of it. I've just never had any real reason to use it that way. I tried to. That was my intention when I very first bought a TPC Nation planner. That was my intention, was to use it the way that it was, the way that Caitlin designed it. But then as I started using it, I realized that I just don't plan that way. So it wasn't working out for me. So then I just kind of converted it to this. And then I don't know, it just kept happening. Just, I don't know why, but I just kept buying them. And this is my third one. So yeah, it's just, it's okay. Because you still have the columns. You can still do this just like normal. You don't have to have it the way that, the other way. I don't know which one I want. I like this one, but I really like this one. So we're going to do this one at the bottom. Just let go. Just because I really like the little sharks at the bottom and I think it looks cute. I love the way Amy does these kits. They're so, the way that they draw them, they're just so stinking adorable. So I am going to just kind of give you like a little information from our trip to San Diego. So I was kind of trying to figure out how I was gonna like talk about the trip and talk about Comic-Con while I was doing my little planning session, because I did one the other day where I kind of gave like an overall, but for this one it's going to be all about the Comic-Con trip. So if you're ever thinking that you want to go to a convention and you're not sure about how it works or how busy it is or anything, this is going to be the video for you. So we arrived in San Diego on Friday. So our tickets weren't until Saturday. So there's options. You can buy a one-day ticket or you can buy a multi-day tickets. We just bought a one-day ticket because that's all we ever really have time to do is one day. But if you plan on doing any of the activities that are available at Comic-Con, and there are a ton. There's panels, there's all kinds of different groups that you can join. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do there that require more than one day. If you want to go and just see all the artists and shop and try to get some of the exclusive things that are available only at Comic-Con, then you only need one-day ticket. But if you want to go to any of the premieres or any of the panels or any of that kind of stuff, then you will need to get like a multi-day ticket. So we only got the one because we weren't really sure. It's been years since they had a Comic-Con. We weren't even sure if it was going to be, a full-on show, like they were going to have who was going to be there. It was kind of all kept kind of hush-hush. And then when we got the badges with the rings of power on it, I thought, oh, this is going to be nice. This is going to be a really good one. And unfortunately, we only had the one-day ticket. So we just did what we usually do, which is we just went shopping. So we went to Saturday morning. Well, let me go back to Friday night. So Friday night was a disaster. So we got in on Friday afternoon. We checked into our hotel. We stayed at the Horton Grand Hotel, which is right down, like literally it's a quarter of a mile from the convention center. So we could walk. We didn't have to get a car. We Ubered to the hotel, checked in, had no issues at all with the flight, which was surprising because we are notorious for always having flight issues, but we had none. And then we kind of went wandering around the gas lamp district just to kind of check things out and see that's cute. And see how busy it was and what was going on. And oh my gosh, was it packed. It was so packed. Um, they have certain roads blocked off, so driving down there is an absolute nightmare. They have like the restaurants have kind of spilled out into the street where they blocked off the street so that you can have enough seating for all those 850 bajillion people to eat. And so that was the thing. So we just kind of went and walked around and goofed off and kind of checked stuff out. And then we went back to the hotel. Well, we had dinner and we ended up eating at this cheeseburger joint because it was so packed, because it was like dinner time and everybody was out of the convention and going to get food. And it was like, if you didn't do a reservation for any of the nice restaurants, you weren't eating. It's just, it just wasn't going to happen. So we went to this place called The Melt. Never, ever, ever have I eaten there before. I never even heard of it before, but oh my God, guys, it was the best freaking hamburger I've ever had in my life. And I know that sounds weird, but it totally was. It was so stinking good. I love that place. So good that when my son came down on Sunday, I wanted to take him there, but we didn't end up getting to go back because we had to check out and had to do a whole bunch of things and meet his dad. And so it was like, I didn't get to take him to it. But if you're ever in a place and you see like a burger joint and it's called The Melt, it was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So anyway, back to the story. So then we got back to the hotel after we ate at The Melt, and I was tired. I was like, I'm still getting over my cold or whatever the heck this is. And so I was laying down and my husband said, "Oh crap." And I was like, what happened? What's going on? And he's like, I think we have to do this COVID thing. And I was like, what do you mean? Well, I don't know what you're talking about. So you had to, if we'd actually been paying attention and we actually logged into the website and did all of the pre-check stuff that you should be doing when you go to Comic-Con, we would have known that we had to get a band. So you had to get a wristband, and it said COVID check all over it. It was an orange wristband, and you had to wear it the entire time you were there, anytime you were going in and out of the convention. Not a big deal. Both my husband and I are vaccinated and boosted, and we have our little vax cards, but he left his here in Idaho. He didn't bring it with him because he didn't want to lose it, and he didn't think that he was going to need it. So, talk about a nightmare. So I'm like, he says, well, I guess you're going by yourself. I'm like, hell no, I'm not going by myself. You better figure it out. So he started looking around and he found the, information. Long story short, it ended up being there's a website that you can go on. And on that website is where you can if you have a picture of your card front and back and a picture of your ID front and back, you can go on. Hey, there's no TVs in here. You can go on the website and it's like a check and a verify type website. And then once they verified your card as being, valid card and all is well, then they send you like a little verification thing that you can just scan. So ended up being okay. Like all's well, it ends well. We didn't end up not being able to go. We got the check thing done, but that was just another one of those lessons that I wanted to pass on, is that if you're going to go to conventions right now with the way things are, meaning that, there's still COVID stuff going on, there's still restrictions going on, then you should probably double check the websites and stuff and make sure that you get all the stuff done before you get down there so that you don't have the panic like we had, absolute panic. So there's where Monday is. So that's what happened that day. We got it all verified. We got it all taken care of. And we had to go do that early Saturday morning. That was over at the Marriott, which is attached to the convention center. So, sorry, you guys know I'm still getting over my cold. After that, we went and ate breakfast. So I didn't want to go too far from the convention center because it was opening at 9:30. The Comic-Con was opening at 9:30, and lines get notoriously long when you're waiting in them to go inside of the convention center. So we just ate at the Marriott, and they have this little buffet area, supposed to be for hotel guests, but everybody's in there. And we ate the buffet thing, and it was surprisingly good. Incredibly expensive. Oh my gosh, you have no idea. It was so expensive. I've never spent that much money on breakfast in my life. But it was good. It was like a buffet type style, but it was a full, like a full on, they had a guy behind the thing cooking, omelets or eggs or chorizo or whatever you wanted. And then, oh, orange. I'm going to put an orange one of these right here because I want to put Owen on here. So these and the flags are good for if you want to use these little guys right here. And then you can just stick it right there. They got to bite me on there. Anyway, so we had breakfast there. It was pretty good. And then we went over to the convention center and we sat on the floor for like an hour. And by the time it actually opened, we were probably, I don't know, 150 people back in line. And by the time it opened, in just that hour, it was, oh my gosh, just the whole entire hall was full, like full. Sorry, I just want to make sure I put that on straight. I don't know how it's going to look, but I want to try it out. I'm trying out some of these different like journaling elements just to see how they look. I think I want to put one of time out on story time. I think I want to put one of these down. Let's do the water one right here. And then put, where to go? I want to put this little note thing, this little Sharky note right here. That's cute. I like the way that row came out. It's really cute. Anyway, so by the time that entire hall was filled, so there was thousands of people standing in line waiting to get in. So you know what's going to happen next. When they open up the doors and everybody goes in, now it's just line after line after line after line. So if you were wanting any of the Comic-Con exclusive merchandise that is there, because every major brand from Lego to those stupid bobblehead things to what's the purses? Can't think of the name of the purses. I own like 5 of them, but they're like anyway, you figure it out. They're like special purses where they put all of like the different themes on them, so you can get like Star Wars and stuff like that. But anyways, those guys were there. Like Blizzard was there, which is a gaming thing. They were there. It's like there was so many companies there. But my favorite thing to do is to go to the artists alley and find like the artists that are like the up and comings, or even not ones not necessarily up and comings, but like ones that already have a pretty good following, or the comic book illustrators, like those guys. I like going to find them and just buying art from them, because they do a lot of interpretation art of like different, or sometimes you can find the actual artists for different animes, for different series. Like there was one lady there that did watercolor, and the watercolor was for the like Totoro and all of those movies that I've told you about before. Like my granddaughter loves Totoro and my daughter loves Spirited Away, so all that stuff. And I found I found a watercolor artist there that did like her own version of like all of the faces and and it was so beautiful that I had to buy it. So I did. I got that. I actually got 3 of them from them. And then there was another guy there that was very Halloween themed for me this year, because a lot of the stuff that I kind of gravitated towards was a lot of like skull and bones, but cute. Like I got furry bones. I got myself a salt and pepper shaker of furry bones because there was a furry bones dealer there. I got the other one that I got that I was really excited about. I can't remember the name of the artist right now, but they do have a website. But they had like the cutest Halloween themed with like the ghosts. There's one that has a papa ghost and a baby ghost, and they're sitting in a rocking chair, and he's reading her, instead of it saying ghost stories, he's reading them people stories. And it's just stuff like that. I got a Krampus, so many days till Krampus tin that you can write on that was absolutely stinking adorable. And anyway, long story short, that booth is a little bit expensive because he's like a very well-known artist that does children's books. And so I spent $60, And if you spend $60, you got to turn the wheel. So they had a wheel, and the wheel, I don't know which one of these I want, but I want one of these, had like different little prizes on it. And then there was one little piece of the pizza pie wheel that had the whole thing. And I could not even believe it, but I actually won the whole thing. So I got one of everything that was on that wheel. And let me tell you what, that was a lot of stuff. So there was probably $200 worth of prizes just off of that wheel. And it's already stuff that I love because I was like so excited when I found that booth to buy all the stuff. So I just started loading up, and then I got a bunch of pins. I got, oh my gosh, I got so many things. And so I'm going to decorate like an entire wall in my shop of all of that stuff. So it started to get too busy, like painfully busy, where you couldn't even move, especially around like the Star Wars exhibits. There were a lot of like previews for up and coming shows and movies. That was cool. So like they have big screens around, and if you happen to be around that area, there'll be a big screen up, and you can watch like up and coming movies and shows. And there's one that I saw that I didn't even realize was coming out. So it's kind of fun when you find out the new stuff that's coming out that you didn't even know was a thing. But I really like vampire stories. I've watched enough of them. A lot of them are pretty cheesy, but I've watched enough of them to kind of have certain ones that I really liked. And even though Interview with the Vampire, it didn't really hold up over time, it's still one of my favorites. It just, I don't know why, but it's still one of my favorites. And that is coming out as a series. And I saw like the previews for that. And so I kind of want to watch that. It's very period specific to like 1800s or something like that. And it's basically got, you know, all the characters that you know, Lestat and Louis and, you know, all of that. So it's going to be that type of a show, but it looks better. It looks much better. Like it's well done. How's that? So I'm kind of excited about that. And of course, the Rings of Power. They had a big outdoor event that you could go to. I wonder if I could put this here, like one of these guys down here, in like this, just so that there's something there. So the House of the Dragon had a big outdoor event that you could, if you wanted to, you could stand in that line, which I didn't want to, so we didn't obviously do that. But you could stand in that gigantic line. I heard from other people who went and stood in it that it took 6 hours for them to get through it. So yeah, I wasn't about to do that. But at the end of it, so you got like to see a lot of the stuff from the set and do stuff like that in the House of the Dragon thing. It was huge. It was a huge building, and there was like a big gigantic line outside to get in. But and then outside of it, like roped off, you couldn't get to it. There was like set up like a period area of like the medieval period area, and some of the cast was in there. People dressed up as the cast. I don't think it was actually the cast. I think it was just people dressed up as them. I didn't get close enough to see who was actually in there, but they had like, you could take pictures in there. It's like a little blacksmith area in there. This is cute. I don't have a lot of stuff to put on these days because these are work days. So that's why I'm not like, that's why I have these extra boxes here, because it's more artwork days right here where I'm just basically working on kits and stuff. So there's really no reason to have anything. But another one here. There's really no reason to have a lot of space in here to write. So I'm going to put the shark right here. These ones I'm going to keep in my everyday for when I'm feeling cranky, because I think this is a good representation of feeling cranky, especially it says bite me. So that's why that's definitely going to be staying in my everydays so that I can use it to signify my cranky days. Just need a couple more things and then we're almost done. So the House of the Dragon thing looked pretty cool. Didn't go in though to that one. And the only thing that you got at the end of it, which is what I heard people were complaining about when you sat in that line for that long, was you got, I I don't know which ones I want to use. You got a pin. So, but you know what? Some people just don't think about the fact that if that's the only way to get that pin, it's collectible. So, not a big deal. Like anything that you get there that's only available at Comic-Con is going to be collectible. So, really can't complain too much about just getting a pin because it's actually pretty good. I don't know what I want here either, but let's just see. Do you fit? You fit. There we go. That's cute. That is so stinking cute. I love all of these elements, and because I have my daily journal, so I will be able to use all of these in my daily journal as well. So yeah, I'm excited now. And I'll be able to, because these are very specific to this style and the colors and stuff. So this is something that I really wouldn't want to have a lot of extras hanging out because that works. Cover that line up. Little shark right there. Anyways, I wouldn't want to have like a lot of extras of this hanging around because I don't know when again I would use it. Yeah, I like that, but I totally can use it in my daily journal because I got 4 days of daily journaling to do. But there it is. It's so cute. Anyway, just to finish up, after that we went and had dinner at this really nice Italian restaurant. I bought a ton of stuff, paid way too much money, and yeah, but we had a good time. And that's pretty much it. So just expect long lines, and if you don't get there super early, expect not to get any of the Comic-Con exclusive stuff, but you will find a ton of really good artists and a lot of really good stuff there. So, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. So anyway, that's it. This looks so cute. I absolutely love this. Planning with Manny. This is Feeling Sharky, and I will leave this shop linked below if you want to go and check out Planning with Manny because you can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you again on the next one. Bye.